Hello everyone. I think I found a solution to make my quick text much better. From now on, I will just write it outside the game and paste it in with the clipboard. This way, I can check everything first and also avoid spelling mistakes. Let's dive right back in. Let's start with an idea Urko comes up with, an eager attempt to get on Vane's good side. In the last part, Vane wanted Urko to prepare the table, so why not try setting up the breakfast table? What could possibly go wrong?
Urko hopped down quietly from his perch, determined to win back Vane's favor, and began gathering ingredients to prepare an early breakfast. Feathers fluffed in nervous anticipation as the idea took shape.
Urko should first get the breakfast. And here, you can already see some AI commands, which it may or may not carry out. At least this way, you can request multiple sentences.
Urko launched into the cool, misty morning, his emerald wings slicing through drifting clouds as the sky started glowing gold. Gliding over the gardens, he found a tree brimming with ripe red apples and landed quietly among its leafy branches. Digging through the dew-soaked leaves with his clawed feet, Urko picked the most glossy apple he could find, then soared home as rays of sunlight spilled over the cloud fortress, painting everything in a warm shimmer.
Well, that wasn't really 5 or more sentences. And again, it didn't listen to my adventure card. At least the apples look fine, even though we only need one. But for now, I guess the AI first needs to learn it and recognize that it should listen to me and not to any stupid make-no-dot system. Time to make it finally more interesting. Oh no, not the good plates. What a tragedy.
As Urko stood frozen in shock amid the chaos of clattering porcelain and golden morning light, shards of broken plates skittered across the floor, echoing dangerously, and Vane's voice instantly called out, "What was that?" from the bathroom.
Ha! That was written and especially said very good from the AI. We should quickly get everything ready to give Vane his well-deserved surprise. And no, it's not the broken plates.
Vane pushed past the bathroom door and was met by a disaster of shattered plates, but paused as Urko gestured with nervous flair to the apple on a single surviving plate, his wings fluffing up in a bright attempt at distraction.
This will be so funny. I've prepared this whole scene since the beginning. Okay, to get all this text written well by the AI, you must write that it should rewrite it all. Otherwise, it just writes its one-sentence reply as always.
Urko, still ruffled from the earlier mess, struggled with his talons and beak to drag out a chair for Vane, feathers twitching in frustration at how cumbersome it all felt. The legs scraped noisily across the floor, echoing in the sunlit kitchen. "Don't look there. Just enjoy your well-deserved breakfast," he chirped, trying to steer attention away from the shattered plates scattered near the counter. Vane, wincing at the chaos but clearly curious, approached, eyeing the apple on a plate like it was an alien artifact. After a moment of hesitation, he asked dryly, "Why would I need a plate to eat an apple?" Erko blinked, not quite sure of the answer, but puffed up his feathers to seem confident. Vane finally slumped into the chair, his movements stiff and deliberate, then snatched the apple from its decorative perch. He paused, a brief, unreadable look flashing between mentor and student, and then bit into the glossy fruit. Erko, already moving, fluttered over to the window, peering out and gesturing broadly toward the distant tree. "From the tree a few houses away," he announced, hoping to sound resourceful. Vane chewed, lips pursed, then abruptly stopped as worry flashed across his face. "Did you wash it before?" he demanded. Erko twisted back from the window, eyes wide with confusion. "Washed?" The word seemed foreign to his beak. Instantly, Vane spat the apple onto the plate with a splat and bolted from his chair, nearly tripping as he raced to the bathroom. The rush of running water and the whir of an electric brush filled the silence, leaving Erko staring blankly, a little crestfallen and definitely bewildered by Lisari habits.
That could have gone way worse. But the AI actually did well here.
Erko carefully packed Vane's bag, adding a parchment notebook for notes, a crystal lens for close inspection, a sealed water flask, a fresh quill, a folded map of the lower lands, and a sturdy snack packet, hoping to make his mentor's day smooth.
All right, AI, I don't care if you did only one sentence here. Because the action goes even deeper now.
Vane emerged from the bathroom mid-scolding, his silver curls still damp, about to launch into a lecture about fruit cleaning, when Erko puffed up with pride and interrupted. "Look, I've prepared your bag for you." Vane narrowed his eyes with instant suspicion, then rushed for his satchel as if it were about to explode, rifling through its contents with growing horror. Suddenly he shouted, "Why are there insects in my bag?" waving the bag aloft, tiny beetles and a sleepy caterpillar falling out onto the table. Erko froze, wings half raised in guilt as he realized those creatures must have hitchhiked on his feathers during his apple foraging adventure, while Vane glared at the mess, voice trembling with a mix of outrage and resignation.
That was absolutely hilarious from the AI. I'm cracking up. But don't think it's over. It will still go on once more.
Vane snatched the apple from Erko's beak with a groan. "Oh my gosh, what are you doing now?" Hurried to the nearest window and hurled the fruit out with a dramatic flick of his wrist. With surprising strength, he grabbed Erko around the torso and firmly placed him atop a high, narrow bookshelf near the sitting room, feathers squished awkwardly against dusty journals and ancient crystal figurines. "Just sit there. Do nothing more, okay?" Vane ordered, eyes wide as if bracing for more disaster, before turning away with a heavy sigh to survey the chaos. Insects scattered bag, broken plates glinting under the sun, and little green feathers dotting the path. Sunbeams filtered through cloud crystal windows, flickering across Erko's wings as he shifted uncomfortably, balancing above the whole mess. Below, Vane muttered darkly about his ruined morning, already clearly dreading the important mission yet to come.
I think that's enough for now. Poor Erko. He just wanted to be helpful.
Vane slumped against the wall, rubbing his temples and sighing. Urko, you're too old to still be a Gale runner. You need to step up and level up already, or you'll be running errands forever. When Urko sat in stunned silence atop the bookshelf, Vane's tone shifted as he added, I have something for you. Something that could finally get you ahead. Urko's emerald feathers bristled with curiosity as he quietly asked, What is it? Vane nodded to the door, a mysterious spark in his eyes. We'll have to go pick it up first. It's waiting for us outside.
That's not really what I wanted. They should go inside another building and not just outside, where probably nothing is anyways.
The building loomed ahead, a towering structure of polished cloudstone, with gilded arches and windows displaying rare pets and shimmering glass enclosures. Urko's wings drooped, claws nervously tapping as his mentor grabbed him firmly and pulled him inside, ignoring Urko's worried questions about being sold. Vane moved briskly past rows of chirping creatures and negotiating traders, giving Urko a quick sideways glare and insisting under his breath, I'm not selling you. Now keep your feathers down. Urko ruffled his emerald plumage anxiously and glanced at a group of chained Piran hatchlings, suspicion swirling in his bright eyes. The scent of exotic flowers and sunlit hay filled the air, while the buzz of haggling echoed around, every step making Urko more tense about his uncertain fate.
What do you think? Am I going to sell Urko? Nope, for sure not. Urko will get something here instead.
Vane led Urko through a dome-shaped hall filled with glistening cages and fragrant hay, pausing at a polished marble counter where he announced, I have a special order, should be under Vane. Urko's feathers settled with relief at the news he wasn't for sale, though his heart still fluttered with curiosity. The imposing Piran attendant flicked her tail, inspected her records, and rumbled, Cloud 14 is ready for you. Your order waits there, prompting Vane to stride off toward a side corridor, still clutching Urko beneath his arm.
Let's get there.
As Vane dropped Urko onto the smooth crystal floor and slipped out with a stern, find your surprise, a floating platform drifted silently into Cloud 14, prompting Urko to wonder if he was about to receive an Azellery with his quirks or an unpredictable, clingy Ether.
I wonder what might be in there. We will find out.
As the cage slid open, a tiny wild-haired troll hopped out and immediately began muttering about gold before snapping at Urko. Never seen a troll before or what? Leaving Urko baffled at having a landborn creature as his big surprise.
Yeah, your comment actually created this creature that now exists in our world. Want to see your idea coming up? Then don't hesitate to share your thoughts.
Urko straightened his wings, drawing himself up with ceremonial pride as he offered. "My name is Urko, a Zilri Gale Runner, and you are..." The troll, perched precariously on the windowsill with spindly arms pressed to the glass, squinted at the city below and grunted, head whipping around. "Eh? What is this place?" Urko's wingtips twitched as he gestured grandly at the world outside, feathers spreading with pride. "This is the living lands of the Sky Throne," he boasted, then pointed up at the immense floating palace gleaming above the clouds. "Up there, that's the Sky Throne, home to the rulers and guiding stars." The troll gave a dismissive snort, hopping down and wandering the room with rapid, jerky steps. "Ahaha, interesting, but honestly, I'm bored," he blurted, poking under a chair and glancing back slyly. "Where can I find gold here?" Urko eyed him, crossing his arms and tail feathers flickering. "Can you finally tell me your name first?" he pressed. The troll clambered up Urko's back, tugging gently on his feathers until Urko shook him off in irritation. "I'm Flup, easy to remember," the troll replied with a goofy grin. Urko puffed himself up again, brushing stray hands off his plume. "All right, Flup, looks like you're my partner now. Rule 1, I'm not your taxi."
No? I can't accept that. I will accept this annoying semicolon, but not that birds apparently have humanoid body parts. This is the most stupiest thing ever, and I don't want to hear anything about mixed beings because Urko is not that one. Sorry, but the AI has to write this again.
Urko ruffled his emerald feathers and dipped his head politely, introducing himself. "My name is Urko, a Zilri Gale Runner. And you are?" Flup, pressed against the window, with stubby fingers gripping the sill and wild tufted ears twitching, replied, "Eh? What is this place?" Urko flicked his wings in a pointing gesture at the grand palace above, explaining, "This is the living lands of the Sky Throne. Up there are the rulers and guiding stars." The troll yawned, leaped down, and scurried about with a snuffling nose, muttering, "Aha, interesting, but I'm bored. Where's the gold?" Urko clicked his beak impatiently, eyes narrowing. "Can you at least tell me your name?" "Flup," the troll snapped, trying to scramble onto Urko's back. But Urko flapped his wings until Flup tumbled off. "Listen, Flup, looks like you're stuck with me, but rule 1, I'm not your taxi."
Fine, that's a bit better now. Even if it's a little nonsense that the name Flup appears and that he does something and then Urko asks for his name. But it doesn't matter. We just get going on now.
Vane stepped in with a grin, teasing Urko about his new partner. Stung by the jab comparing Flup's size to his own efforts, Urko flared his wings and shot out of Cloud 14 and the building without looking back.
Yep, we definitely have to escape the semicolon. Let's just invite Flup to the team. I'm really interested to see if the AI actually sets the stats over its 5 limit.
Nestling his claws into the soft cloud, Urko gazed across the swirling ether below, letting Vane's words sink in. Having a partner, even one so odd, was the next step to becoming a mission bearer. And even if the responsibility felt heavy, he understood its value. Flup twitched his tufted ears, scampered over, and started examining a pebble with greedy eyes, then looked up expectantly at Urko as if awaiting orders. Vane perched close by, feathers glinting with sly encouragement, adding quietly, "Think of this as training. The sooner you act like a mission bearer, the easier promotion comes." Urko stretched his wings, a flutter of determination rippling through him, and nodded, accepting Flup's awkward but official inclusion in his team. As Flup grinned and twirled his tiny scepter, a formal bond formed. Urko now had a companion to guide.
Okay, that looks like a good troll, even though he is not tiny. But I have a better picture anyways. New teammate. Yay! Welcome, Flup. Whoa, all stats are really 9. I'm very surprised and proud of the AI. Here is the actual Flup, fitting to the request. What do you all think? Looks great, doesn't it? Level up for Urko. Awesome.
Flup twirled his scepter in both hands, legs swinging above the abyss, and flashed a wide, pointy-toothed grin at Urko as Vane leaned in. You two are Sky's newest team now. Try not to wreck anything.
But before we just spend our mana points here, I would like to try something out with you. You see, a user called Kman posted this on the community, saying that the inventory space can be expanded as often as you want. Now we can see if that is really true. Wow, does it really? What? That's crazy. I didn't thought that it actually works. And it does it every time. That's so cool. I think 20 inventory space is enough yet. Ah, it's actually that many slots. I can't believe it. Thank you so much for this amazing glitch. Developers, please do not fix this. It's actually way too fun. How did you enjoy the video? And how do you want it to go on? Write it in the comments.